Welcome to Messy Bun Sisters podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Lauren. And this is episode 1. And today we're talking about
Our first podcast.
Cool.
Nice.
Guys, we're doing it.
So excited.
We're doing it.
Finally.
Yeah. So that was really ghetto. I had to hold up.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring out. I had to hold my phone up to the mic.
We're working out the kinks.
Yeah, it's number 1, episode 1. Anyway, we have wine.
And sparkling water.
Because she's a mom and she's breastfeeding.
I will have a little bit of wine.
And that might actually be mine. I'm going to remove this from our table, this big old bottle of wine. Eventually we'll have sponsors, but...
And wine sponsors.
But right now we don't. So I don't want to get in trouble. Because this is on the tubes. Anyway.
So today we're going to talk about just like ourselves, pretty much.
We're just going to talk about ourselves today.
No, just to introduce ourselves so that everyone kind of gets a feel for who we are and what this is going to be kind of about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay. Because we planned this. Okay, so
Alyssa wrote everything out like on a piece of paper, and I'm here. I should probably take this off. Because, you know, you never know.
No sponsors.
No sponsors. Okay. Alyssa wrote it all out, and I have my computer out here. Oy.
Yeah, so... so originally I wanted to talk about ourselves first, but I feel like we should talk about why we started podcasting first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did we start the podcast, Alyssa?
Well, I'm only doing it because you wanted to start to first. No, but I'm happy about it. But it was your original idea, so I think you should talk about that.
Well, I just really like podcasts. I like to listen to podcasts. I think it's really interesting the way that people kind of like bring you into their lives and bring you in to their homes. And I feel like
we're cool enough to have people.
We feel like we're really cool enough to have people just like come into our lives and learn about us and who we are. But I just thought that's just like a really cool idea to like talk to people. And we've always, like, our parents have always brought people in and taught us to like bring people into our lives, and I just like, wow, it's so cool. And
That's
we just talk so much anyway. Like, we're literally together every single day
almost,
and might as well just have people listen to what we talk about. You know what I mean? And so I just thought it was cool.
And I actually really wanted to do it too because I have a son, Liam. So I think it'd be cool for him in the future. I don't know if podcasting is going to be cool in the future. It might, whatever. But to have a recording of just like us talking, what our lives were like now in 2018. So that was like why I was super excited about it too.
Yeah. So for our future kids, because you know what, now that you bring that up, that's really interesting because our grandma on our dad's side used to like sing professionally, which is really cool. But I tried to like contact, she used to sing on the radio. She used to sing on the radio. And there's literally no recordings. I have no idea what she sounds like, you know, and it's just really cool that you're doing that for Liam because we have no idea what Wella sounded like, you know.
Just from recordings of her when she was older. From
I
the
don't
camcorder.
even remember her like singing. Like, I have no idea what she sounded like.
Yeah, that.
And she would always tell me like I wasn't as good as her. Like she.
Yeah, me too.
Like, we would always sing in front of her, and she would always be like, "Well, I don't know how she would say it in Spanish, but she was like, you're not as good as me." Which I mean,
flat.
Yeah, you're flat, and I'm like, okay, well, prove it. We don't have any recordings of you. You know. Anyway, that's really cool.
Yeah,
so.
that's sweet. Mm-hmm. Also, we wanted to talk about podcasting. Wait, what did I write? Oh,
wow, loud.
Sorry, sisters. The reason that it's like sister based, obviously we're sisters, but we also, what's interesting is have a lot of friends that are sisters.
Yeah.
We have a lot of friends that have sisters and
we all like hang out together.
Yeah.
Except for one, I guess. I think about.
We're going to talk to her about what it's like not having a sister.
Yeah. Sadly.
Eventually. So that's another fun thing that's coming. And then
Also, I'm realizing that I didn't start the countdown, so I don't know how long we've been going. And these podcasts are going to be about 30 minutes, so I feel like we've been talking for 5.
we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Start. Go.
Yeah. So then, yeah, we have a lot of friends that are sisters. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was what's interesting about our relationship as sisters and why we wanted a podcast about it is because you've lived away. Well, first of all, we're 4 years apart.
Yeah.
Second of all, you've lived away from San Antonio a couple times. I've been in San Antonio my whole life. So how that relationship continued and like what that was like. So,
I mean, my first time moving away from San Antonio was when I went to college. I went to Tulsa, and it was kind of strange because you were like just getting into high school and I was just leaving high school.
yeah,
So I was,
we weren't really friends.
Yeah, I mean, because you were like 13 and I was like 18, you know? So, wait. 13, 14. Okay, you were 13 and I was 17. Okay, and then, well, I actually stayed here for like a year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I stayed here for a year, did community college, and then I went to Tulsa.
Yeah.
And so I guess I was here for your first year of high school.
Yeah, Alec and I's first year.
That's so weird. I don't remember it. Well, I guess
we
like
weren't friends.
Yeah, well, again, you were 13 and I was
Yeah.
17, which, I mean, in retrospect, 4 years isn't that big of a difference because I'm 4 years older than my husband. But
4 years.
I'm only 4 years older than
Yeah, him and I are the
Trent.
same age.
Yeah, you're all the same age. But I mean, thinking about it, like he was 13, I was 17 when, we didn't know each other. But anyway, it was just, we were just like in different phases in life.
Yeah.
And I was doing college and you were like doing your high school thing. I feel like we would talk.
Yeah, because even I went up to like visit you and stuff a couple times and
Like once. And you almost came.
okay, so that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is like I growing up wanted to be friends with Lauren a lot, and you never wanted to be friends with me.
There's plenty of photo evidence where I was your friend.
Okay, but
Hugging you.
not really. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about was when you went to Tulsa. Eventually, when I graduated high school, I wanted to go to the same college because I wanted to be there like, with you and friends. I ended up not.
But how did that make sense? Because I was leaving already for 4 years apart.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't going to. We would have at least had 1 year overlap.
Oh yeah, I did a victory lap in college. Whoops. You're right. Okay.
I didn't even go to college. It's fine.
Yeah.
But and then just recently you were in New York as well.
So I
You
lived
just
in New
moved
York
again.
for a year. Yeah. But I mean, it was crazy because that's another like huge part of your life, which we'll talk about in like another episode, is I was gone the whole year that you were pregnant, which is
Crazy.
like huge for sisters,
Yeah.
like it's the first like grandkid.
Yeah, so the first time you left was hard for me, and the second time you left was hard for both of us. Yeah. So okay, let's trickle back to introducing ourselves.
Okay. Let's trickle it. Okay, so
You just talk about yourself, and I'll listen.
okay. So my name is Lauren, and I also answer to LG because
Or
no, I don't. So like, I guess the reason why I answered LG is because my sister-in-law, who we're also going to interview, which I'm really excited about, is also named Lauren. I have a best friend named Lauren Gray. And then I also have another best friend named Lauren Ray.
And then other multiple friends.
And then
named
other
Lauren.
friends named Lauren. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of Laurens in our lives.
That was my wine glass.
Alyssa can't figure out where to put her wine
I'm
glass.
just gonna hold it.
You're going to pump and dump later since you're drinking wine? Our friend Diami loves to say pump and dump.
Shout out, Diami.
Shout out to Diami, pump and dump. Yeah,
We'll talk
so
about breastfeeding in
we'll
another
talk about
episode.
in like a mom episode or something. So I used to work at Rackspace. I don't know if I can say Rackspace because I don't know if they're gonna be like
They're gonna sponsor us. It's fine.
sponsored by Rackspace. No, we're not. But I worked at Rackspace, and this is when Lauren Ray was on my team, and so people just started calling me LG, and she was LT at the time. So I was LG, she was LT, and then she got married.
I didn't know y'all knew each other before she got married.
Yeah, and she didn't invite us to her wedding. But
Shout out Lauren Ray.
I wish I had like a mute mic so I could mute when I cough.
In the future.
In the future, yeah, working at the Kinks episode 1. So yeah, so everyone's just started calling me LG. I feel like it was Kristen Martindale started calling me LG. You remember Kristen?
What? Sorry, Kristen.
She's gonna be on our podcast one day too. Anyway, so she started calling me LG, and it just kind of stuck. And literally, I've just been being called that. And I feel
And what's funny is when you first told me that, I was like, I'm never calling you LG. That's so dumb.
I know.
And now I call you LG. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I refer to. Like, when I talk to Liam, I'm like, oh, your Thea LG is coming. So it's nice because it does separate you and sister-in-law Lauren.
Yeah, and at work, like especially when I lived in New York City, like everyone just called me LG. Like that was my work thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like my work thing now. Like everyone where I work at now still calls me LG, but it's just cool. Anyway, so that's my name.
5 minutes later, just said her name.
I know. Anyway, so I am married. And everyone knows that I'm just like 100, maybe even 1,000% just obsessed with my husband. I do love him very much.
Sweet.
His name is Trent, and I don't know, he's just like the coolest dude, and just like loves really well, very sweet, like the exact opposite of me. Like
I don't know,
yeah. But he makes me laugh, and he's just like funny and sweet and perfect, and I love him, and he can do no wrong in my eyeballs.
Cry?
No, maybe. So I won't talk 5 minutes about him. I'll just talk about 5 minutes about me. But what else?
We're
about
from San
me?
Antonio.
We're from San Antonio. I'm currently on the keto diet, which is hashtag kind of keto. And I don't know. I feel like I've literally been dieting my whole entire life.
Me too. Right? That should be another topic we talk about.
You have not been dieting your entire life.
Okay. That should be another topic we talk about.
Okay. Let's write that down. Write that down, topic we talk about. But on your pen and paper, you can talk about instead of writing it on the computer where we share a Google Doc. But yeah, so Alyssa and I went to the same high school, or
Elementary, middle school, high school.
Christian school.
Can't say
And
their name because they're not sponsoring us yet. Just kidding.
yeah. Anyway, so we went to the same school, and I went to Oral Roberts, got my degree in communication arts, worship arts, actually. Right after that, I worked at a church for about 4 years, then started working at Rackspace. Then
Your career kind of went
kinda
all
went
over the
what?
place.
Yeah. Then we moved to New York City, and then I worked for Zillow, Street Easy, and then I came back, and now I work for HEB/Favor, which is, I mean, I've always stayed in sales, I feel like forever, so that's kind of how
Except
my
for
life
when you were
has
a
been.
worship leader.
Except when I was a worship leader.
You're selling.
I am
won't try.
selling things.
I won't try to.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just kind of what I'm doing now, figuring
Yeah.
out my career. Do I want to stay in sales? I don't know. I really love talking to people and, figuring them out and, seeing if there's a good fit for like the company that I'm working for.
Yeah. That is one thing that like we're very different a lot of the time.
Yeah. You talk about yourself now.
I will, but
Okay.
but I was going to say we're very different a lot of the time, but the thing that we have a lot of in common is we like to talk to people. Mm-hmm. So that's
Your
cool.
turn now.
Yeah, my turn. So I like to talk to people because I'm a hairdresser. That's my career. My name is Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hi. And I'm married as well. My husband's name is David, and we just had a son about 3 months ago. His name is Liam, and he is everything.
He's so cute.
The freaking greatest.
Is that him crying?
No, he doesn't cry.
Okay.
He doesn't really. Actually, it's really awesome. He's the best baby in the entire world, and my life is forever changed. So that's my number one job, is being a mom.
Okay.
Yeah. So what else did you talk about?
Talk about
Yeah,
being
I'm a hairdresser. Yeah. So I
go see her. Pure beauty bliss.
Pure Beauty Bliss. My Instagram handle is at Alyssa Mariah Hair.
How you spell Mariah? 'Cause some people don't know.
MARIAH.
Okay, say the whole thing.
ALYSSA MARIAHHAIR. You ruined it.
Sorry. Do it again.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we talked about how I almost went to Oral Roberts. I ended up not for stupid reasons, but it led me to the right way. I did community college for like maybe 2 years.
2 years?
You know what was funny? Okay, so Alec and I, our brother, it's in between us. He is a year older than me. We're a year and 10 days apart. Crazy. That means like I would be pregnant right now. That's how close we are. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Mom.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Or mom and dad.
Anyways.
What were you thinking?
Okay, so the reason I'm saying that is because Alec and I ended up being in the same grade throughout elementary school, middle school, high school. And whenever we were going to college, we both on separate computers, like we both knew we were going to community college, but on separate computers, we signed up for classes, like at the same time, and thinking that we were going to be in different classes, like because we had been in the same grade our whole lives, got together, and we were in literally like 4 of the 5 classes together.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Y'all are like legit twins.
Kind of. It was crazy. But it was fun because at that time, Alec was a little bit more outgoing. So I was able
He's
to make
still
friends through him.
outgoing.
Yeah. But more outgoing than me.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, so then I decided to go to beauty school
Why?
because of you. Yeah. Because at that point.
I think you were just good at it. And I was like, you should go.
Exactly.
It sounds like pee, but I'm just pouring wine.
So, I forgot what had happened, but I had finished 2 years of school and I was like, I had told you, and I'm like really unhappy. I don't know what I want to do. I thought I wanted to do nursing. I thought I wanted to do like something else. I don't remember, but I had done 2 years of school and I was like, what am I doing with my life? And you were like, well, maybe you should take a break from college and go to beauty school. I'd always like done your makeup and like messed around with your hair a little bit. And you were like, you're going to be really great at this. Like just go for a year and then you can come back and do nursing after that. And then also we had our friend Scott who kind of influenced me as well. My Soul Longs.
My Soul Longs. For those of you just listening to the podcast, I have a My Soul Longs shirt, which is the title track to our friend Scott's EP. Those on the YouTube. These are his stuff. I don't know if he has a website, but good job, Scott.
We love you, Scott.
We do. So basically you're saying I changed your life.
Yeah, you did, honestly.
You're
And
welcome.
then and also like Scott really helped me out with that too. But anyway, so because he had been doing hair for like
He
already
was my
5
hairdresser, and he got mad because you stole a lot of his clients.
Oops, sorry, Scott. So I went to beauty school in 2012.
Yeah.
So I've been doing hair ever since. I worked at one salon for like 5 years. And then
2012? Jeez, that's crazy.
and then I've been at Pure Beauty Bliss for like 2 years now.
I can't believe
So.
it. Alyssa hates my hair. I'm the one who changed your life, and you hate doing my hair.
It's just you have a lot of it.
So
I did this girl's hair today and I thought about you actually because she had a lot of thick black hair. And I was like,
does she want to go blonde?
she's blonde. Like I made her blonde. And I was like, Lauren would be pissed at me if she knew that I did this today.
All I want to do is be different colors and blonde and stuff.
But it's hard. And you don't pay me.
I do kind of pay you in love and babysitting time. I babysat Liam the other day.
Okay, one time.
He's only 3 months.
Okay, I'll give you more time.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it about me. Oh, another really fun thing about us is that we are very much dog people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How can we forget our fur babies?
I don't know. So we have one shared dog.
Okay, let's talk about Ernesto.
Yeah.
He's our shared dog. So in 2009.
Oh.
It's 2009.
Yeah, it was the
It was
fall of
2009.
2009.
Yeah. So So I was living in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And Alyssa had like always wanted a dog. And I think even one year Dad got you a stuffed dog.
Animal. Yes, the Christmas before that.
And he was like, here's your dog.
Yeah.
Where is that dog?
Lost it.
Oh man, of course.
Hey.
Lost it. So I was like, okay, a friend of mine, Keith Perry, Brittany, one of my best friends in Oklahoma's dad, his friends, I guess, their dog had like 9 puppies. They only thought that they were going to have 3. And so he was like, hey, I have this dog. And I was like, I'm going to bring it home to Alyssa. I know. And so he was probably like the size of my iPhone 8 Plus. And when he was born, I know, and we snuck him into the dorm at ORU like a lot of the times. So if you're from ORU, if you're an alumni. Anyway, so
there was a dog there.
Well, yeah. So we would like sneak him in like our purses. We'd put him in our little like coats because it was like during the cold time. Fall and winter equals
During
cold,
the cold time.
And yeah, so gosh, it was probably like October because I brought him in November.
You
so
brought him for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. So it was like October. We hid him in the dorm for a couple of weeks. Like he would not cry.
Yeah.
When he would cry, we would just stick our hand in his little box and then he would be fine. My roommate at the time, her name was Sarah. She brought him to like dance class and he would like hang out. There's a video on Facebook or something about him with a little puppy. Yeah. So I brought him home. He like did the whole trip. Super like cool. Didn't make a sound.
Did you come with Joyce and Marilyn at the time?
Probably.
I think that was the same
same
Thanksgiving.
trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we brought him home and I gave him to Alyssa and then I went back to school. And then when I moved back.
So I had him for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And then Alyssa started going wild.
Okay, we'll talk about that at another podcast.
Alyssa started going wild. She was in her 20s, early 20s maybe.
Yeah.
And so she would always like get up early to go to school, I guess, and then would like not come home until like really late at night. And my mom...
But I would get up and walk him in the morning. But then I would not come home until really late at night.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so maybe it was school. Because our mom would have to take care of Ernesto and like she would be upset and then my dad would be upset and it was just a big, huge thing. So then when we got married or when we bought a house or something, me and my husband Trent, we took Ernesto just as like a air quotes, like trial time or just to babysit him, you know?
And then he lived there.
Then he lived there for probably like 2 years
2 years.
also.
Mm-hmm.
And then how did he get back to you?
When we moved into this house. So when David and I got married like 2 years ago.
Is that 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
So 2012. Wait,
2009.
9, 10, 11, 12. So you had him for 3 years. And then we had him 13, 14, 15, 16.
You didn't have him for 4 years. Anyways, either way, he's our shared dog.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's Ernesto. He is an old man. He doesn't like kids.
Well, real quick fun story about Nesto.
Okay.
Well, kind of. Anyways, there's a picture on David's Instagram, my husband, of Nesto when he lived with you. Because David and Trent were friends before we got married. Before the 4 of us got married.
I mean.
Anyway, so on his Instagram, he took a picture of Ernesto before we were even dating or friends or anything. Posted a picture, coolest dog ever, or something like that. And I looked back on it later, like after we were married, and he posted it on May 7th, like 2013, 2014.
That's her wedding day.
That's our wedding day.
I mean, 2016, but still, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I was like, how crazy that you posted a picture of your dog, of Nesto.
Yeah.
That eventually became your dog. And you didn't know it at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
But now he's not your dog anymore.
Well, he's our shared dog. I miss him.
So now Nesto's back at our parents' house.
Because I have a baby and Nesto is a barker.
Yeah, he doesn't like kids.
But we love him. And then, okay, so we have other dogs.
Yeah, so I have a little mutt. Her name is Lucy. She's going to be 2. Okay, so we're also having a birthday party for Lucy and Ernesto coming up soon because they have around the same birthday. So Lucy is going to be 2. She's like, people have told us like everything. Like when we adopted her, they were like, oh, she's corgi. And then on our paperwork, it's like, oh, she's a
shepherd mix something.
shepherd. And then someone said, what's the Lassie dogs?
I don't know.
Shelty.
I don't know.
Okay, so okay, geez,
She's a
okay.
mutt. I don't know.
Anyway, so then people were saying like whip it and whatever. So yeah. So what did we do? We got her in like.
Trent got her for you as a surprise.
No, because what I told Trent, I was like, Trent, I want either a baby or a puppy, and he got me a puppy. He got me Lucy. And so we had her in San Antonio for like December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So like 6 or 7 months, and then we moved to New York City.
Yeah,
and she became like a full-on New York City dog, and she absolutely loved it. It was fun.
But even when y'all had her here, she was in the apartment, so she's always been kind of like a city, quote unquote, city dog.
Yeah. And she like loves the yard. She's not a city dog anymore. But yeah, I have Lucy, and she and Ernesto live with my parents because we live with my parents. And that's another story. But anyway, yes, I'm a typical millennial. I'm 30 and live with my parents.
With your husband and your dog.
There's an explanation for that, but
we'll get to that
we'll check that another time. Yeah, so it's Lucy. She's really fun. She loves kids. She will like love you forever and ever. She loves all people.
Yeah.
She loves all dogs. She
loves Khaleesi.
She does love Khaleesi.
That's our dog. Mm-hmm. So we got Khaleesi, I guess, we got her April 30th.
When we lived in New York. So we had never met Khaleesi.
So she's only about a year old. We got her. I don't think it was the same thing. I think David was kind of just looking at dogs and was like begging me for a puppy. But we had Ernesto at the time. So I was like, no, we don't need another dog. Mm-hmm. But we went to go meet Khaleesi, and she was like the only puppy left. And she was so tiny. She was a golden retriever. So she was so cute and just loving and playful. So like literally we went to just meet her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we're taking her home. Like go get the cash. Home that day? Yes.
She's like wild.
She is wild, but she just loves everything.
She does.
She just wants to play all the time.
But not the way that Lucy loves everything.
Anyways, your dog is not better than mine.
I mean, maybe, but
hey. So we have Khaleesi, and she is awesome. She's really sweet.
Those are our pups.
Yeah.
Well, this is just going to be like a preview of what our podcasts are going to be like. It's literally just going to be us talking, and if you like it, cool. If you don't, whatever. We don't care. I mean, maybe
I care a little bit.
Okay,
I
Alyssa cares because she wants sponsors, and
no, I just care what people think about me, and you don't.
It's very true. Oh well.
Okay, so this is going to be every Sunday.
Yeah, they're going to post every Sunday. We have a lot of great people lined up to interview.
Mostly sisters at this point, which is fun.
Yeah, mostly sisters. Our first one's going to be our sister-in-law. Which is
the other Lauren.
The other Lauren. So my name was Lauren Hernandez, and then she became Lauren Hernandez. #rebirth.
Rebirth.
Mm-hmm. So our aunts we're going to interview too. There's 3 of them. The VAR guy we're going to interview.
We have a lot of sisters.
Yeah.
We have a lot of, like we said, we have a lot of sister friends. Yeah. So
hopefully Joyce and Jesse will get to interview. But anyway.
So stay tuned. Watch us on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
This is all being recorded as we speak.
Yeah. It's like, subscribe, share, post, follow. What else do we do?
I don't know. That's it.
Hopefully this will be available across where you hear. Okay, cut. Hopefully this will be available everywhere that you can listen to podcasts. Obviously, it's going to be available on YouTube. So that was the baby. David, I'm going to need you to press stop and unrecord, but we'll see you guys next week.